Hello, everybody. Pueden
Hello.
prender, por favor. Hello, Miss Moni. I like your disguise. So beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to begin with the program, of Halloween. So first, we're going to begin with a video that what is the history in Halloween, where it began, and then we're going to have some questions. Okay, so let's pay attention. So I need everybody to deactivate the microphone, please. So what about the history of Halloween? Does anybody know? Mr. Diego, do you know anything?
No, I don't know anything about the history.
You don't have no idea.
Nope.
Miss Pamela, do you have idea where it began the Halloween?
I think
No?
it's a party. Hello? Hello?
Yes, I can listen to you.
I think it's a
Yes.
party to commemorate the the death, the
Yes, it used to be
los muertos. O sea,
the Celts began this tradition because they were pagans. So they began this tradition when they were believing that the ghosts would come on that day, on that night actually. So they would have a commemoration of the day. They would have this pagan tradition of inviting people over their homes and having dinner. And also the dinner was for the dead. So it's almost like the tradition that our natives in Ecuador used to have. But then the Catholic people began to do something that was called the Day of All Saints. Do you know what's the Day of All Saints? Day of All Saints. Do you have idea? Mr. Diego, do you have idea what's the Day of All Saints?
I think it's a day to commemorate all the people that have died
Yes,
or
that's correct.
for her family.
It's
Their
a
family.
Catholic tradition. Because the Celts were being pagan in celebrating for the dead, then the Catholics began these traditions called the Day of the Saints, where they were having a commemoration to all the saints, praying for all the dead people. But the night before the Day of All Saints was called the Holy Evening. And because it was called Holy Evening all the time, then it began to be called the Holy Eve. So Holy Eve, then they call it Halloween. Okay, so Halloween means Holy Eve. So just give me 1 minute, and now you are going to see this.
When we think of Halloween, we think of a fun and spooky holiday for those of all ages. The streets are filled with adults and children in all sorts of costumes, with terrifying monsters to figures of history. And of course Harley Quinn. You can't even turn a corner without seeing at least 5 Harley Quinns. We attend horror-themed events and we decorate our houses in anticipation for the endless horde of trick-or-treaters that await their candy. Some prefer to stay indoors and binge with horror movie marathons, and others actively seek thrill with haunted houses and mazes becoming extremely popular. Today we aim to uncover the origins of Halloween, how its traditions came to pass, thought that Halloween originated in Celtic Ireland around 2,000 years ago with a festival known as Samhain. The festival itself celebrated the divide of the two halves of the year, summer and winter, light and dark. During Samhain, the veils between this world and the other world were at their thinnest, allowing spirits to pass through. Families would invite lost loved ones and ancestors into their homes to share in this celebration. And in order to avoid harm from evil spirits, they would wear costumes and masks to disguise themselves. The Druids built large sacred bonfires in order to honor the dead and to protect the living. Animals were sacrificed and the year's harvest was prepared for both the living and the dead, with the food made for the dead ritually shared between those who were less well off. The Christians believed that Samhain was a pagan holiday, and because of the festival's association with death, the Celtic people and Druids were labeled as devil worshippers. In their attempts to wipe out pagan practices, the Christians succeeded in transforming the festival into All Saints' Day, or more commonly known as All Hallows' Day. The night before, traditionally known as Samhain, became All Hallows' Eve, and eventually Halloween. So where have some of these modern-day traditions originated from? We know that dressing up during Halloween originated from the Celts, who dressed up as evil spirits to avoid harm from other evil spirits during Samhain. Although trick-or-treating today mainly consists of children running around with sugar highs collecting as much candy as humanly possible, that wasn't always the case. In medieval Britain, during the All Souls' Day festival, the poor and those in need would beg for food, which would often be given salted pastries made from sacred flour and water. These were named salt cakes. In return, they would pray for relatives who had passed away. The young would also dress up in costume, and they would go door to door collecting food and sometimes even money. In exchange, they would sing, recite poetry, and tell jokes. These traditions were eventually revived in 19th century America by the Irish and Scottish migrants in the form we know today as trick or treat. In its early days, the focus was very much on the trick, with pranks and vandalism being commonplace. The town leaders eventually managed to limit the vandalism during Halloween when they decided to make the holiday center around the young. So, first you make a little top. Reach in and pop gets up. So why exactly do we carve pumpkins? We've come to know them as jack-o'-lanterns, but their origins date back to the 17th century, when the name meant man with lantern and often referred to the night's watchman in town. The tale of Stingy Jack is believed to be where the tradition began. When Jack died, he was denied entry into heaven, and having previously angered the devil, he was also not allowed into hell. Instead, the devil sent Jack into eternal darkness, where only a turnip filled with coal lighted his way. The Irish and Scottish people began carving creepy faces into turnips and placing them by their windows in order to scare Stingy Jack and other evil spirits away. When they continued the tradition in America, they found an abundance of pumpkins and decided that these would make a great substitute for turnips. Whether you believe that jack-o'-lanterns keep away evil spirits or not, they have become a state decoration and symbol of Halloween. Even a game as trivial as bobbing for apples once had more of a significance. In Ireland and Scotland, apple bobbing was used to tell one's fortune as part of the divination game. You would throw an apple peel on the floor, and the shape of the peel would determine the initial of a future lover. There's no argument to the fact that Halloween has changed over the years. It appears to have lost its religious origins, and the superstitions surrounding it play little or no part in today's version of the holiday. Despite how commercialized the holiday has become, it remains one of the most popular. One of the main reasons I enjoy Halloween is because it gives people of all ages the chance to come together for one evening to celebrate the supernatural. We allow imaginations to run wild and embrace creativity. There are no limits or boundaries to who and what you can become. If you've enjoyed this video, then please consider leaving a thumbs up, as it helps promote the video and allows.
Okay, perfect. So what have we learned from this Halloween video? Miss Pamela, then Mr. Diego.
No, I can listen to well.
Mr. Diego. No se le escucha.
Yeah,
Eh,
I didn't listen
no se escuchó el video bien.
to. I didn't listen to.
No.
No, it's very slow.
Very low, Kerades. Okay, very low. All right, it's okay. I prepared some material for you to see. So, Miss Money, did you get anything from the video? No. Where is it? No se le escucha tampoco. ¿Sí me están escuchando?
Sí.
Yeah. Okay. So, Miss Money, did you get anything from the video?
No.
Nothing at all. Okay. I wonder why you didn't listen.
Was talking about like a Jack. I don't know.
Yes, the jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern. People was afraid about Jack because stingy Jack have died, but when he died, he was denied his path to heaven. So he didn't even get a way to hell. So everybody was afraid of him. So they put some turnips for them to avoid the spirits to go to their houses. So that was an old tradition that the British used to have. Okay, now we are going to see this material I have prepared. So what we're going to do right now are the questions. So who began the tradition about Halloween? I already told you that. Who knows the answer? Who began the traditions of Halloween? Mr. Diego, do you know who began the traditions of Halloween?
Uh, I think in Ecuador we didn't have any tradition, but in other uh, countries they use customs and and go for um, go to all of the houses uh, and they get a trick or treat, play trick or treat.
They do the trick or treat. What does it mean, trick or treat? Trick or treat means you go to different places and you get candies, and especially don't for the by the kids. So what does it mean Halloween? Who knows the answer? Okay, Mr. Diego, what's the answer?
Holy evening.
What does it mean Halloween? You know the answer to that question?
The holy evening.
Yes, Halloween means holy evening. They used to celebrate it before the night of the day of the Holy Saints. The day of the Holy Saints, the day of the Saints, es como el día de todos los santos. Okay. What does it mean Halloween Eve? Miss Money, what does it mean Halloween Eve? Do you know? It was the night before to the All Day Saints, okay? What was the All Day Saints? Miss Pamela. Miss Pamela, what does it mean the All Day Saints? All Saint Day. What does it mean All Saint Day? The Holy Saint, the day of the Holy Saints.
The day of the saints who dead.
Yes. Was a Catholic tradition, right? Catholic. And they used to celebrate this because the kids were very pagan. So in order for it not to be a pagan party, they did the day of the Holy Saint. The Celts. Why did the Celts use customs? Where does the tradition of dressing up comes from? Mr. Diego, do you know?
uh, the self.
The Celts began it. To get the spirit evils away. In order to have evil spirits away, they use customs and masks. So who began the tradition of getting dressed up were the Celts. So this tradition has many, many years. What did the Celts believe? The Celts believe about ghosts coming to earth. Why did the Celts prepare food? Miss Pamela, why did the Celts prepare food? Do you know?
Uh, because I think it's like a friends uh,
For
to
the
the
friends
deaths
and for the
because
dead
they
ones.
think
Ah, so because they wanted to share their food with the dead and the nuns, the ones that were less well off. It's like we call it the Day of the Dead. The Celts used to prepare food for the dead people and for the poor people and obviously for the friends.
mhm.
Beg for a salt cake. Now we have the tradition with the British. Miss Money, please help me reading what the question and the answer about beg for a salt cake.
Who began for food in Great Britain. In Great Britain, the poor kids began for food and they received some salt cakes in exchange for their prayers.
Correct. So who begged for food in Great Britain? The poor kids begged for food and they received some salty cakes in exchange for their heaven prayers. And these cakes were called beg for a salt cake. So you give me the cake and I make a prayer for you. That's what the poor kids say in Great Britain. Then we have the change of traditions. When the Americans changed the tradition, they said we're not gonna have tulips anymore. Now we're going to carve pumpkins. So how did the Americans change the tradition of tulips into cabbages or into pumpkins? Why do you think they changed this tradition? Miss Money.
Okay.
Because they realized what? They realized it was
Realize that um, easier to carve pumpkins.
So which one do you think would be easier, to carve pumpkins or to carve tulips? What do you think, Miss Money? Which one do you think would be easier, to carve these or to carve the tulips? Probably for the Americans were easier to carve the pumpkins because when they were in America,
Okay.
they have lots of cabbages. It's like, for example, in Ecuador. Do you think it would be easier for us to eat cabbages or to eat potatoes? It would be easier for us to eat potatoes because we have lots of potatoes. But for them, it was easier to carve the pumpkins and to put the pumpkins in the windows. Do you know why do we put pumpkins in the windows, Mr. Diego?
I think that I hear that is because uh, for get out the ghosts, the souls, the
Yes,
spirits.
to scare the souls. Huh? Correct. Very well. Hold on, I just need to check something. Yeah, there it is. So, alrighty. So let's go to the next question. The tradition today are parties and trick or treat. So why does the author, in this case, we have a person in the video, and he said, I love Halloween. Why does he like Halloween? Miss Money, why does he like Halloween?
The author is Jack.
I'm sorry, repeat again. Why does he like Halloween?
Autor, autor de Halloween. Jack.
No, why? Why does he like Halloween? Why the author likes Halloween? What does he mean why? ¿Por qué? So why does he like Halloween? ¿Por qué le gusta Halloween? Why does he like Halloween? Because
Because just the different clothes. The
different
early
costumes, okay. Also because people goes to Paris and have meetings, okay. So that's why they use the Halloween. That's why he likes Halloween. Why do you like Halloween? Miss Pamela, why do you like Halloween?
Mm, I like Halloween for the eh, let me
No se le escucha.
mm, es- I
No
don't know
le-
how to say in English for the I don't know how to say in English. For the costume.
for
I
the
like
costume.
Halloween for the
Okay. So do you like
different
to
costume.
wear different costumes? What costumes do you like to wear?
Mm, I don't know, but I think I like a witch.
Which costume? Okay. So today I brought my mask. So today I am wearing my mask. This is my costume. Alrighty. Uh, okay, now we're going to play Guess the Movie. So in this Guess the Movie, every person is going to talk about a different movie and you're going to guess. Okay. So the first one is a very scary movie, and the first Halloween movie was in 2019, and now we have the second movie in 2020. So do you know the name of the movie of this monster? Do you have idea?
Jason. Jason.
Yeah,
No.
what's the name of the movie?
Masacre en Texas en español.
The name of the movie is Halloween. Okay, the second one.
Oh,
Miss Money is going to do this.
este.
Mr. Diego is going to do the third one. So Miss Money, you have to talk about the movie so that we can guess.
This is Casper.
No, you don't have to guess the movie. You have to tell them about the movie so that they can guess. You have to tell them, like, you have to say many things for them to guess about the movie, okay? So you say, for example, this is a ghost, this is a movie for kids, and they have
Right.
to guess, okay? They have to do the guessing. Ellos tienen que adivinar. So this one, Mr. Diego, please don't tell us the movie. Tell us what's the movie about so that everybody can guess what's the movie about, okay? Go ahead, Mr. Diego, it's your turn.
Okay, this movie is about some creatures that live in a Halloween city. They only get out in Halloween to the cities to scare some people, and they try to do the Christmas horror celebration like the Halloween.
Okay, so who guesses the name of the movie? Who guesses? Miss Money, what's the name of the movie? No?
Jack.
No.
Jack.
Miss Pamela, do you know the name of the
No.
movie?
El extraño mundo de Jack.
No.
No.
This is Hello.
This is Halloween. Very well.
No.
So Miss Money, you get 1 point.
Mm.
Excellent. So I have 1 point for Miss Money. Let's go to the next movie. This movie. Miss Pamela, you have to talk about that movie.
Who?
This movie, the one that I am showing you. This movie. Pamela.
Me. Okay. I'm just trying to remember. This is this is a movie who a man use a mask to scare a student in a party
Very
and
popular in
kill
my
him.
years. So what's the movie name? Do you know, Miss Money?
Scary.
Huh?
Scary creo que se llama. Scary. Scary.
Scary. Yes, that's a scary movie. So Miss Money, you're really good at movies. I am gonna give you one
Movies.
more point. Great. So here, Miss Money has 2 points. Okay. This movie, Mr. Diego, can you talk about this movie?
um, this is a movie about a teenage vampire um, that he fall in love, falls in love.
Is
Uh,
Buffy?
Sorry,
Is Buffy? Buffy is
he
the name?
fall in love.
And it's not Buffy. So anybody can guess? No. Miss Pam
Crepúsculo.
in English. What?
Bueno, say English.
Twilight.
Yes,
The
I
Twilight.
name
remember.
is Twilight.
Sorry.
So if it's in Spanish, doesn't count. And let's go to the next one. Yeah. Here, please turn it off, the applications of cell phones. This is about, have you seen it? Who can talk about that movie? Miss Pamela, can you talk about that movie?
No, I haven't seen this movie, but I know that it's going to be a second part.
This
But I
movie is
haven't seen.
about the witches in Salem. The Witches in Salem is a very popular story about the witches, and it's also very popular in American literature because there was a time where there were witches practitioners. They actually did practice the witchery in about the year 1695, but they made a movie out of this, and this is actually a Disney movie. So who knows the name of this movie? Anybody knows? Miss Money?
Focus, focus, I think.
Yes, Mr. Diego. Excellent. So Mr. Diego is going to have 1 point, and Miss Money is going to have 2 points. Okay, so who is the winner? The winner is Miss Money. Congratulations to Miss
It's
Money.
Miss Money.
Excellent. So now let's see what we have next. In the program. We have the sing along, and then we have the contents of the scariest story. So who wants to play first the sing along? Who wants to be first in the sing along? Okay, give me one number from 1 to 5. Miss Money.
3.
No. Mr. Diego.
2.
No. Miss Pamela.
5.
No. Miss Money. Which one?
1.
No. Mr. Diego.
Yeah, my math 4.
4. Okay, so Mr. Diego is going to be the first one to participate. Then Miss Money, Miss Pamela, please give me one number from 5 to 10.
8.
No. Miss Money?
6.
No. Miss Pamela?
9.
No. Miss Money?
5.
No. Miss Pamela?
7.
Yes, so Miss Pamela is gonna go next and then Miss Money, okay? So Mr. Diego, tell us about your song. Why did you choose that song?
Because I like the music of this artist, and is uh, a very popular song.
Okay, great. So Mr. Diego is gonna sing Thriller. So are you ready, Mr. Diego?
Yes.
So hold on before you participate. So what we're going to do is I am gonna play the sing along and you are going to sing. And the one that sings the best is gonna win a prize. Okay, so hold on just a minute,
We have to
please.
sing all the song.
The sing along. It's like the karaoke. But the one that sings the
Like,
best is gonna be the winner. So I wanna listen to your voices. Now when they are singing, everybody has to turn on the microphones and turn off the messages also from your computer. Okay, so I'm sorry, that's not the song. My computer sometimes gets crazy. Hold on just a minute. You did a trick or treat on my computer. Okay, that's Mr. Diego song.
There's something evil's lurking in the dark.
Hold on, just a minute. When I tell you. When I tell you, okay? When I tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, there it goes. You can begin.
Okay. It's close to midnight. If something evil's lurking in the dark. There's the moonlight. You see a sight that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it. Try to flee. As horror looks you right between. This is thriller, thriller night. And no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike you. No, it's thriller, thriller night. You're fighting for your life. You hear the door slam and realize there's nowhere left to run. You
Keep
feel the
singing
door.
when I listen to your voice.
Sorry?
Keep singing. When I stop this, you have to keep singing so that I listen to your voice.
Oh, okay. I got a top thriller mind. There ain't no second chance. I can't think with a 40 eyes, girl. Thriller, thriller night. You're fighting now. My pretty soul.
Everybody clap to him because
Okay.
everybody's going to participate. Alrighty, so who's the second? Miss Pamela. So tell us, why did you choose that song? The song
So
you chose. Why did you choose
I
it?
was looking for Halloween songs, Highway to Highway to Hell. So I think it's gonna be okay.
All right, perfect. So go ahead, Miss Pamela. Sing, please.
O sea, ¿lo puedes repetir, please? Es que me perdí.
I'm sorry.
Can you repeat, please? Because ya me
It's okay. We
perdí.
can repeat. Yeah.